We are in the height of NBA trade season, and you know the Los Angeles Lakers are going to have their name involved in a whole lot of rumors and a lot of different players, but we have multiple reports to break down for you guys today and what to make of it and where the Lakers could be potentially heading and which players, one specifically, that they'll be looking to target at the NBA trade deadline on February 6th. And welcome to Lakers Digest here, guys. My name is Hunter Pitcoff, and we cover everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers. If you are new to the channel, welcome. We appreciate you tuning in and watching. If you're returning, we appreciate you guys always supporting us. But we are trying to reach a goal of 5,000 subscribers. And look at this. We are about 150 of you guys away. We wanted to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. I think this is a very realistic goal that not only that we can accomplish here on Lakers Digest, but you guys are a part of this community too. This is a goal that we all reach together. It takes a village, so we'd really appreciate the support. If you like what you're watching, you're into this, you like the Los Angeles Lakers, you want to keep up with everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers, this is the place to be. But let's talk about this because the Raptors are embracing the tank, and you're like, Hunter, this is Lakers Digest. This is not Raptors Digest, although check them out too. Ben Rogers does a hell of a job there. Why are we talking about the Toronto Raptors, and what the hell does this have to do with the Los Angeles Lakers? Well, here's the first report surrounding the Toronto Raptors that came out just a day or so ago. It says here that Mark Stein, Jake Fisher, two NBA insiders who are very in tune with what's going on across the association, says that Bruce Brown, quote, has been regarded league-wide as the most likely Raptor to be traded, while the Raptors, quote, appear to have been showcasing Chris Boucher as of late as well. And so Toronto Raptors, guys, this is a team that is embracing the tank. They see the 2025 NBA draft. They see how well my boy Cooper Flagg's been playing. I'm a Duke fan as well, and I'm sure I'm going to get flamed in the comments. But, hey, I'm also a Carolina Panthers fan. So, guys, I like teams all over the map. I like the storied franchises as well as the not so much in the Panthers, but keep pounding. But anyways, though, when in regards to Bruce Brown, Chris Boucher, the Toronto Raptors, like, all right, this has nothing to do with the Los Angeles Lakers at all. Like, what does this have to do with the Lakers? Well, here's a report that Jovan Buha put out for The Athletic. He covers the Lakers for The Athletic. He has as good of an ear to the Lakers as any reporter does that covers his team. He said, quote, my sense lately that I've been hearing has been trending more toward them, being the Lakers, making a smaller move and probably using second-round draft capital. And the issue there is that their second-round draft capital isn't really worth that much because it's their pick and the Clippers' pick, and both of those picks are projected right now to be between like 42 or 45 and 52, depending on where those two teams finish in the standings. So those aren't the sexiest second-round picks. You typically want a first half of the second-round type pick. So the Los Angeles Lakers, they gave up 3 second-round picks to go get Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton, as well as sending out D'Angelo Russell and Maxwell Lewis to the Brooklyn Nets. So we know this, right? But the Lakers, I don't think, are done. I think this is going to be a team that should be aggressive, and it sounds like, according to this report by Jovan Buha, they're going to be very reluctant, if at all, to give up first-round picks. So that might take them out of a conversation of a Walker Kessler or Colin Sexton or somebody like that. So who can the Lakers realistically target that A, makes sense, and B, is somebody who, if we're going to read the tea leaves a little bit here, somebody who the Lakers have had their eye on for quite some time. And for that, it's going to be Bruce Brown. Is Bruce Brown the missing piece to the Los Angeles Lakers? I've read the comments, guys. A lot of you think he might be. A lot of you might not be. We're going to talk about the pros and the cons of Bruce Brown here. So before I get absolutely roasted, before you guys jump to conclusions in the comments, because a lot of you be doing that. If you know who you are. We're going to talk about everything here. We cover everything surrounding the Lakers. So we're going to talk about the good and the bad that comes with Bruce Brown, a potential trade for him. So Bruce Brown this season has had a bit of a weird year for the Raptors. He's only played 9 games. And the reason for that is because he had right knee surgery during the offseason, which kept him out for a lot of time. And the numbers, as he's still nursing, coming back from it, are not particularly great. Again, 7 points per game. The assist numbers are extremely down, and the shooting percentages are really not that good at all. But this is twofold. Here's why. Bruce Brown is a player who plays better next to stars and plays better on winning basketball teams. If we've seen him with the Brooklyn Nets back when they had KD, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, when he won a championship with the Denver Nuggets, this is a guy that elevates better players around him because he knows how to play and has a complementary type of game that plays well next to superstar players. And if you look at the Los Angeles Lakers roster right now, they could really use a Bruce Brown. What is a major, major weakness on the Los Angeles Lakers right now? They need somebody who can guard quick, pesky guards on the perimeter, as well as some bigger wings as well. They just don't have a lot of those guys. Now, Jared Vanderbilt, we'll see when he comes back. He can definitely help with that. But Bruce Brown is a defensive specialist. He's someone who hypothetically can score 0 points in a game and still make his impact felt. Despite the low assist numbers, and I think it's just because the Raptors are a young team and they don't really have a clear sense of identity or direction, I wouldn't go as far as say he's a legitimate, going to replace D'Angelo Russell's playmaking for the Lakers. But this is a guy that can really help find the open man and be a really good ball mover as well. And he can kind of be a bit of a combo guard. I wouldn't go as far as to say like an Austin Reaves, but he does have that ability to also help out his teammates and get them open looks or have that hockey assist as well, which he was so good at with the Denver Nuggets and really good at with the Brooklyn Nets. So Bruce Brown has the complementary attributes. And of course, again, he's coming back from the knee surgery. So I don't know if and when he'll be 100% this season. So it is very risky trading for somebody like Bruce Brown for the Los Angeles Lakers. But his skill set with his winning background, championship background, that is something the Los Angeles Lakers need. And on top of that, Bruce Brown is a dog. Like, that dude plays hard every single night. And the Lakers don't have enough dogs and enough tough guys on this roster. They need someone who's going to kind of, ring the bell of some players on the opposite end of the court, on the opposite teams. Because Bruce Brown is going to be that pest defensively, right? He's not going to bring you the crazy Patrick Beverley antics, perhaps, or even Rajon Rondo antics, but he's going to get under your skin a little bit, and he's going to make his presence known on the defensive end of the court especially, which is where, he's somebody whose defense creates for his offense. Very athletic as well. I know he's in his later 20s, but he's someone that still can get up and make some plays and some highlight reel plays for you too. So let's also talk about this final point here, guys, because this is all great and all, but can the Lakers actually pull off this move? Do they have what it takes to actually land Bruce Brown? So we look at his contract here. He's making a lot of money. That's kind of the big thing with him, and he's also going to be an unrestricted free agent this upcoming offseason. So if you're trading for someone for Bruce Brown, you probably want to keep him long-term. And the Lakers have been rumored to want Bruce Brown ever since he was with the Nuggets. They wanted to use a mid-level exception on him. They instead used it on Gabe Vincent because Bruce Brown got a massive amount of money to go play for the Indiana Pacers with that really big contract you saw right there. And he went from being a pretty much a vet minimum player on the Denver Nuggets to being a guy making $20+ million per year. He's probably somewhere in between that, realistically, probably like the $15-ish million range. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Bruce Brown cashed in on having a hell of a season for the Denver Nuggets and having a great playoff run for them. And I can't blame him for getting his bag. So, Bruce Brown, the contract, it's a little high. But can the Lakers pull off a trade for him? The answer is yes. This is what they can do. One, it's almost definite that Rui Hachimura is probably going to have to be in this trade. And it's not because I am dissing Rui Hachimura. I don't like Rui Hachimura. It's just for money reasons as well. When you trade D'Angelo Russell, who had the highest level contract outside of LeBron AD, but highest level that they realistically would trade, that means that they're going to have to give something up. And you have to give something up to get something. And so that was D'Angelo Russell for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now that guy's going to be Rui Hachimura. He's the one that's going to be dangled in all these trade rumors. I don't think the Lakers will give him up just to give him up unless they get someone in return that they think can really help this team. And Bruce Brown can potentially be that guy. So that gets you to $17 million. Plus the Lakers are a first apron salary cap team. What does that mean? It means that they have to give up more salary that they're getting back in return. So if Bruce Brown's making $23 million this year, the Lakers have to give up at least over $23 million. A trade that they could possibly do, which I think would be really interesting. Let me know down below what you think. They could end up getting Ochai Agbaji as well if the Raptors are willing to give him up. If they did Agbaji, they did Bruce Brown, and then they did Rui and Gabe Vincent, the Lakers would be giving up more money and getting that in return. I think that could be a trade that could make a lot of sense. If they don't do that, perhaps they go Rui Hachimura and 2 expiring deals here, which would get him there. Perhaps a Cam Reddish and Jackson Hayes. That could potentially get them there as well. Or they could also throw in Jalen Hood-Schifino and one other player. That would potentially get them there as well. They can give up both their second-round picks to get Bruce Brown. Or if they want to get spicy with it and they like Ochai Agbaji, who I think is that definition of a 3-and-D guard, who both him and Brown can help you out. And Agbaji, while he is 24, going to be 25 at the end of his deal, the Raptors are really bad, and that might not even fit their timeline. So perhaps Agbaji could be in that deal if the Lakers are willing to give up a first-round pick to get Bruce Brown and Ochai Agbaji, which I actually think would really help this team out too. And maybe we'll make a video on Ochai Agbaji as well and really highlight his skill, because I think he's a really good player who definitely was giving the Lakers some hell this season when in those close games against the Toronto Raptors. And he's a young player from Kansas who also has a winning pedigree, a winning background, despite playing for the Jazz and the Raptors so far in his career, which are 2 pretty bad teams. But he's somebody who knows what it takes to win, as he won a national championship with the Jayhawks. But let me know down below, guys, what do you think? Would you be in favor of a Bruce Brown deal? Again, it probably would be something along the lines of, let's say, 2 second-round picks, those 2 seconds we just brought up, and Rui Hachimura, maybe Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Cam Reddish or something like that. You throw Jackson Hayes instead of one of those vet minimum guys, or Hood-Schifino, or perhaps you go all in, you trade a first-round pick to get Bruce Brown and Ochai Agbaji for Gabe Vincent and Rui Hachimura. There's a lot of options here, and the Raptors are really bad. They clearly, by the reports, want to trade Bruce Brown because he does not fit. He's an expiring deal, and he's someone that could potentially help a team like the Los Angeles Lakers get to where they want to get to. And again, guys, I'm going to say it one more time. Subscribe to the channel. If you've watched this far, you're not subscribed. It's safe to say that either you're a massive hater, or maybe you should just subscribe just so you can keep up with your hate, or you'll actually like what you see. You're into everything. We cover everything surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers, despite you guys thinking that all we cover is trades. We don't. We make post-game videos. We cover reports, injury updates, everything in between surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. We got you covered here on Lakers Digest.